Hello learners, as I have started a lecture series on data analysis and interpretation, and in my previous video that I have already uploaded, so there I have explained about how we can describe the subject characteristics with the help of frequency and percentage. So in this video we are going to take the second sections of the data analysis and interpretation. So the second sections deal with the assessment of knowledge score regarding cervical cancer and prevention. So I just want to remind you all that we took an example to explain this process or explain the data analysis and interpretations of a descriptive research study. So we took this example, that a study to assess the knowledge regarding cervical cancer and its prevention among the faculties of selected schools of Guwahati. So for this we have categorized our analysis part. So here I have already discussed the section 1, how we can describe the subject characteristics with the help of frequency and percentage distribution, in my previous video that I have uploaded already. So and today in this video we are going to deal with this second section, so that how we can assess the knowledge score regarding cervical cancer and its prevention. So for that, okay, so this is our section, assessment of knowledge score regarding cervical cancer. So here we are going to categorize our knowledge score into, suppose, three categories, suppose adequate category, moderate category and inadequate category. So to divide our knowledge score into in this three category, or you can make four category also. So what we can do, we have to we cannot just casually, we cannot divide the score in the adequate category, moderate category or inadequate. So for that we have to follow a criteria, or that criteria is, or the formula is, that mean plus minus SD. So to categorize your questionnaire score by using mean and standard deviation, typically you have to follow few steps. So first step, where you have to calculate the mean and the standard deviation. Then next step, you have to establish the boundary which is based on mean and the standard deviations. Like you have to establish the boundary, like adequate, the some values which will come under the adequate category, some values which will come under the moderate category, and some values which will come under the inadequate category. So this is how you have to categorize, or you have to establish the boundary of your knowledge score. And then the third step will be, you have to assign categories to the respondents based on their score fall in relations to these boundaries. So how we can calculate this, so I will show you with the help of Excel sheet. So this is one of my questionnaire which consists of 20 samples that I have administered for 20 samples. So this is how you have to place the scores which was obtained by your samples for this questionnaire. So this is how you have to place it. Then you have to calculate the total score of each sample. So for that you have to select all the values, then you click on formulas, then click on auto sum. You can see we got the total score which was obtained by each of these samples. So from here we will calculate mean and standard deviation. So to categorize your questionnaire by using its mean and standard deviation, so first of all you have to calculate mean, then you have to calculate standard deviations, then only you can establish your categories. So suppose if you want to establish your question score into three categories, suppose high score categories, moderate score categories or low score categories. So so to categorize this we will use mean and standard deviation. So first let's calculate let's calculate mean first. So let's write mean here, then you have to apply a formula. Then that formula is mean means average, right? So we will write average. So you can see the average formula is here. Just click on that. Then inside the bracket you have to place this number. So for that we don't have to place all the number. You can place one by one, but there is a shortcut. What you can do, you place the inside the bracket. First you place the first value, then give semicolon, shift and semicolon. Then next you have to place the last value. So see, V22, this is the last value. So then you close the bracket, then enter. See, we got our mean. So our mean or average score is 15.55. That means almost 16. So next we have what we have to calculate. We have to calculate SD. So let's write SD here. Sorry, SD. Okay. So now you have to apply the standard deviation formula. SD means standard deviations, right? So you have to put the standard deviation formula. So let's write standard STA. So here you can see this is the formula of standard deviation. So click on this. Then you can see its bracket is there. So inside the bracket again, like before, you have to place this value. So you can put one by one, or if you want to apply the shortcut, then just click on the first value, then you give semicolon, then you click on the last value and close the bracket. Done. Then you click enter. So as you can see, our SD is 3.05, means 3. So we got our mean and SD. Now we can categorize, or we can establish the boundary of the knowledge score. So for the high score, what we have to do, or how we calculate, that the scores which comes above mean plus SD, we consider it as a high score. So score above mean plus SD means we have to plus SD value with mean. So this is mean and this is SD value. So to get the high score, so we will add these two values. So let's do that. So just let's take this box. So what we have to do, we have to add this SD and mean. So let's take the mean value first. So let's take the mean value first. Okay. Then you have to give plus, then we need SD, so click on here in SD, see, then you click enter. So here we got 18.06, means almost 19. So what is written here? Score above the mean, score above the mean plus SD. So this is our result of mean plus, sorry, okay, I'll repeat this again. So suppose we will calculate mean plus SD. So you take a new box here, then just take the mean, then take plus, and then add the SD value. So this is the SD value, then click enter. So this is 18 plus 6. This is the summation of mean, or this is this is the value that we got by adding SD with mean. So as it is written, high score means score above mean plus SD. So here we can write the high score as it is above mean plus mean. So we will give the symbol above mean plus SD. So mean plus SD means 18.6, or we can write 19. So above 19, if your sample score above 19, so suppose this one, that sample number 19, so that this sample scored 19, or sample number 18 also scored 19, so we will categorize them in this category, that is high score category, or we'll consider they got the high score. Then here to calculate the moderate score, we need two things. One, first of all, you can see score within plus minus SD of mean. That means one, for to get this moderate knowledge, so what you have to do first, you have to add the SD value with mean, and all again you have to divide, or you have to minus the SD value from the mean. So let's do that again. So first of all, as we already first, already we have add the mean value with SD. So this is the mean value when means mean when we plus the SD value with mean. So we got 18 plus 6, so which we already have. Then now this time we have to minus the SD value from the mean. So let's do that. Click here, click on a new box. Then suppose this is our mean. Then you have to give minus. Then you click on SD, enter. So we got this. So this is will be the lower score, and this will be the upper score of moderate category. So let's write it here. So 12 plus 12.4 means, let's consider it 12. So 12 to 18, 18 plus 6 means 19. So this, if your sample scores between 12 to 19, so we will consider that that particular sample got the moderate score. So the now we have to calculate the low score. So low score formula is score below the mean minus SD. So if we minus the SD from mean, then what will be the score? The score is 12. So as it is written, it is below mean minus SD, means we will write below. So we will give this symbol below, sorry, below symbol below the mean minus SD. Mean minus SD value is how much? It is 12. So we will write here 12. See, we got the scores, isn't it? We got the score. So this is how you can categorize, or you can establish the boundary of your knowledge questionnaire. That means if your sample will score more than 90, then you will consider him under this category. Or if your sample score between 12 to 19, then you will consider him under moderate category, or moderate level of knowledge means. And if your score if your sample get less than 20, 12, then you will consider him or her under this category. That means that particular person have low knowledge regarding any topic. Suppose we are taking the knowledge of cancer or its prevention, cervical cancer and prevention, so we will consider that those sample who got less than 12, they have a low score or knowledge regarding cervical cancer and its prevention. So this is how you have to categorize your knowledge score with the help of mean and SD. So thank you so much.